This engine is ticking me off. I don't know what I'm missing here. Or maybe I do and I just don't think it should have happened. I have less than 60 hours on this engine. It's a couple years old now. The warranty was up about a month ago. The last job I did was removing that monster amount of snow. And I put it away. That was 3 months ago. 2 months ago, I started it, trying to get it ready for summer. And it's been backfiring out of the exhaust ever since. I've changed the spark plugs, changed the fuel filter, changed the gas, put new gas in it. I took off the valve covers, adjusted the valves. They were off a little bit, but nothing compared to what I've seen. They call for 4 to 6 thousandths of an inch. I think one of them was 10. And the rest were around 8 or 9, I would say. I guess the next steps are for carburetor overhaul, but like I said, there's only 60 hours on this machine. I don't think it needs a carburetor overhaul. Wonder what that is. That's oil. I was checking the oil as it brought it over to the light. I must have spilled some off the dipstick. Yeah, so I guess the next thing is to check the carburetor. Although it's just 60 hours on it, I wouldn't think it would need a overhaul this soon, but I don't know. And if that doesn't show up, give any clues as to what's going on, the next thing is to take the valve covers off and see if one of the valves is stuck open. That's the only thing I can think of. I also checked the spark. It seems to have lots of spark. And I guess maybe the timing might be off. But that's a big nut. I don't think I have. I know I don't have a big enough socket for that. And I don't imagine I'm going to need an impact to get that off. I have to find out what size that is and go buy one, I guess. But yeah, I'm really at a loss and I'm not happy. I just replaced this engine. The other one did fine for 10 years. Nothing ever happened to it until it decided to blow up one day. Not quite sure why it blew up. I always changed the oil regularly, was using synthetic for most of its life. The only thing I can think of possibly is that I was using a cheap oil filter and it was cold in the winter and the bypass valve may not have worked or something, which starved the engine of oil. That's the only thing I could think of other than just crappy engine. But this being the second engine and all it wants to do is backfire, it's really ticking me off. I also had a Briggs and Stratton 6.5, I don't know if it's horsepower or torque rating, for a push mower, blew up on me. It didn't really blow up. I can't see anything wrong with it, but it was making all kinds of noise. So, I'm not sure. I think what I'm gonna do is take the carburetor off, have a look at that. There's a few things that I've seen on YouTube to look for. And then I will take the valve covers off again and see if any of the valves are stuck. It shouldn't have overheat because, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing inside there to overheat. But this is very frustrating. And expensive. Well, it hasn't been expensive yet, but it's going to start getting expensive. And this is a 25 horsepower. So I guess the head gaskets are different from what I've seen. I'm not quite sure. But these are the newer head designs from what I can see. They have the little arches right in the middle of the screen. But yeah, starts up no problem. It runs on low idle, no problem. As soon as you give her full throttle, she pops and backfires and goes on. And everything I see on YouTube is about backfiring and popping and going on at low idle or not starting. They're having difficulty starting, but it starts no problem. So I really don't know what to do. Or I just don't want to do it. But I guess I have to, because my grass is starting to grow out of control, and I have no push mower, and I have a popping and backfiring ride-on lawnmower that I still haven't even put the deck on or anything to, because I've been trying to do this. So I guess I should get to her. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what's going on if you know, please. Please. Have a good one.